British food has always had a reputation. But in the 1960s, things were on another level. From bread covered in animal fat to meals that kids today wouldn't even touch. These were the foods every British child grew up eating. And some of them might seriously surprise you. Food in 1960s Britain was very different from what we know today. For many families, meals weren't about luxury or choice. They were about survival, cost, and making the most of what was available. And for children growing up during that time, certain foods became a normal part of everyday life. Even if they might seem strange today, one of the most well-known dishes was bread and dripping. Made from leftover animal fat, usually from roasted meat, it was spread onto slices of bread. For many kids, this was a common snack, simple, cheap, and filling. Today, it might not sound very appealing, but back then it was completely normal. Another classic was beans on toast, warm baked beans poured over slices of buttered bread. It was quick, affordable, and became a staple in many households. Even now, it's still remembered as one of the most iconic British comfort foods. Then there was Spam, a canned meat product that became incredibly popular because it lasted a long time and was easy to prepare. It could be fried, sliced into sandwiches, or served with almost anything. For many children, Spam was just part of daily life. School dinners also introduced kids to some unusual meals. Dishes like liver and onions were common. While nutritious, the strong taste wasn't always popular with children. But refusing to eat wasn't really an option. You ate what you were given, or you went hungry. Another food many remember is tapioca pudding. Often served as dessert in schools, it had a unique texture that some children loved, and others absolutely hated. But like many meals back then, you didn't get to choose. Fish and chips were also a big part of life, especially as an occasional treat, wrapped in paper and eaten hot. It was something many families looked forward to at the end of the week. Simple, but special. And then there were jam sandwiches. Easy to make, cheap, and often packed into school lunches. For many kids, this was a daily routine. No fancy snacks, no variety, just something sweet to get through the day. What made these foods even more interesting was how normal they felt at the time. Children didn't question them. There was no social media, no comparison, no endless options like today. You ate what your family could afford, and that was that. But looking back now, it's clear that food in 1960s Britain tells a much bigger story. A story of a country still recovering, families doing their best, and children growing up in a world very different from today. Some of these foods may seem strange now. Some might even seem unappetizing. But for those who grew up with them, they're a reminder of a simpler time, a time when even the most basic meal could feel like enough.